As long as none of you dreamt about another pony, the Tantibus remains confined to your dreams. I still have a chance to catch it before it's too late.
Phew, that's good to hear. Although after you left, I did happen to dream that I was eating a giant ice cream cone with all Ponyville while taking a test we hadn't studied for. See? What'd I tell ya? Every pony makes mistakes.
Ever since Princess Luna has been reformed, we tend to think about more depth of her character being explored. Whether it's her relationship with her sister or her memories as Nightmare Moon, Luna has a lot of potential as a better developing character. And this episode manages to accomplish just that, even if it's overshadowed by a bunch of other features. Princess Luna sleeps well one night, meaning that this spells bad news for the main six. A creature known as the Tantibus has been infecting Luna's dreams with nightmares, but now seeks to gain power by invading other ponies' dreams until it's strong enough to escape into the physical world. Luna tries to stop the Tantibus by invading the main six's dreams individually, but when that fails, it falls to an even bigger plan. And that plan is to get all of Ponyville to share the same dream in the hopes of trapping the Tantibus and preventing it from invading any more dreams. A lot of people have been in discussion as to whether or not this episode is the proper conclusion to the original trilogy concerning the CMC and their own dreams. And if this is a conclusion to the Luna Dream Sequence saga, I'd like to say that they did a pretty good job. Much like the other Dream episodes, this one holds a lot of creative possibilities for the environment and the characters that are being placed there. Since dreams are limited only by the imagination of the characters, it allows the characters to control the world around them, allowing the writers and animators to have fun with the characters' deepest desires. Things like Scootaloo having giant wings enabling her to fly, Big Mac turning into an alicorn, Lyra Heartstrings and Sweetie Drops quite literally being inseparable, Fluttershy being groomed by her own pet, even little things like Derpy being a giant cat or Filthy Rich having money for a superpower. The episode even manages to use the Dream Realm as a means to make clever callbacks to previous episodes, like Fluttershy transforming into a bat pony or the main six using their Power Pony powers. And Spike definitely got the best callback with his own imagination.
Well, if you're gonna dream, might as well dream big, right?
One thing I should mention about the episode is that it seems to have really fast pacing. It just keeps moving on to the next point of the story without giving the present point some kind of breather. Even the scene where Luna shows up immediately after Spike sends his letter happened rather quickly. The fast pacing of the episode can count as a weakness, though I admit that it's better to have fast pacing than slow pacing. At least that way the episode gets stuff done. The main six also have some fairly entertaining moments, especially Pinkie Pie as always. They all have dreams that seem to fit their interests and their character, and seeing them interact with these things just as the Tantibus takes control of them is a rather interesting activity for them to explore. The Rainbow Dash dream in particular, though, is a rather lame nightmare sequence. It's kind of funny, and it makes sense that she'd enjoy beating up changelings, but right as the pretty singing flowers show up, you can definitely tell that they were trying way too hard with the tomboy traits of her personality. Basically, there were a number of ways that her dream sequence could have been more creative. Another thing this episode has against it is how it tends to repeat obvious points. Once is fine, but by the second or third time they state the incredibly obvious, it feels repetitive. We already know what's happening or what's going to happen, and we can clearly see what's going on, so there's no reason for the characters to state any of it. Exposition is important, but repeated exposition can weaken the integrity as well as the tension. Of course, with this being a Luna episode, we should talk about Luna's character. And this has to be one of her best appearances ever. The Tantibus is a creation of her own guilt over her actions as Nightmare Moon, and Luna is noble enough to try and stop it from causing harm. Her insisting on taking care of the problem herself admits a sense of stubbornness, but her stubborn behavior is out of guilt instead of pride, making her attitude easier to sympathize with. She heavily regrets becoming Nightmare Moon, so Tantabus is a means of punishing herself for all the suffering that she caused. And as she becomes more guilty, the Tantabus becomes strong enough to invade Equestria. A clever thing about this is that the ending not only develops Luna's character, but it's also a rather interesting contrast to a previous episode, the Equestria Games. The moral of that episode was how no matter how many people believe in you, you won't achieve anything unless you believe in yourself. As where that episode explained the importance of believing in yourself and overcoming a lack of confidence, this episode focuses on overcoming your own guilt. Everyone in Equestria has forgiven Luna, but even then, Luna still believes that she needs to be punished for everything that she did. All this time, she was blaming herself and beating herself up for a lot of bad things, and it caused her to become pained and depressed on the inside. That's actually a very sad thing for Luna to go through. And after everyone else has forgiven her, the only one left to forgive her is herself. And when she realizes this, she locks the Tantabus inside of her while overcoming her guilt, allowing her to finally dream in peace, leading to a gorgeous dream that's well designed and very well executed. It really shows how in such a short time, Luna has come a long way from reuniting with her sister. Do Princess's Dream of Magic Sheep, despite a drawn-out title and notable flaws, manages to be a very fun episode that develops Luna's character very well. It has creative animation, lighthearted humor, and everything else that an episode would need to be entertaining. One that I certainly look forward to seeing again sometime soon. MisAnthro Pony, over and out.
Wonder what she's dreaming about now.
Close your eyes, shut your mouth, dream a dream and get us out. Dream, 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 dream. Hit the hay, fast asleep, dream a dream, you little bleep. Dream, 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 dream. Just relax, lay about, or my fist will put you out.